What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot laddering. So today's the last day we're going to be playing with this weakness policy heat train team. So if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check out the previous episodes. Let's just get to it. Obviously it is the first of the month, so the ladder is reset, which obviously you watched Thursday's episode, so you know that. So let's just jump in here and see what we can do and see if we can get pulled into Ultra Ball today, possibly even Master Ball. I don't think we can get to Master Ball today, right? I don't know. Hopefully Ultra Ball at least. So let's see what we can do. I think if we go 3-0, we'll get pulled into Master Ball or into Ultra Ball. So yeah, genuinely enjoy this team so far. We haven't got to fully utilize the weakness policy on Heatran, so I'm hoping we can actually do that today. Where we got Feeny, Dragapult, Tornadus, Ensign, Indeedee, and Rillaboom on their side. I really like Mamo. Mamo kinda just beats them all up. Obviously need to watch out for Feeny if that's the case. So I like Mamo, I like Rotom. I like Heatran, I like Grimmsnarl, maybe Latias. This might be like Heatran Latias up front and just do our thing. I like that. With Mamo and Rotom in the back, I think. Could be Rotom. Actually, I think I like Grim and Celesteela with Mamo and Rotom in the back. Let's do that. I think I like that a little more. Lines up better against some of their potential leads, I think. So let's see what we got going on here. See what our opponents bring in and see if we actually led somewhat appropriately. Indeedee is kind of a problem if that is their lead, just because it obviously stops Trick, it stops Fake Tears. You got a lot going on that it's not great against. So you got Dragapult, Ensign up front here. I'm gonna get that Intimidate off. Doesn't really matter. Obviously, it matters a little bit for Grimmsnarl just because Spirit Break does hurt. And I think the play. I'm just going to Airstream into the Ensign. And we'll go for a Spirit Break into the Dragapult. But obviously, this is not going to happen because they're going to click Fake Out into my Grimmsnarl. They're obviously going to max the Dragapult here. Not really surprised by anything going on so far. I wanted to go for Airstream this turn because 1, it's going to be decent damage. 2, it's going to put Ensign in KO range next turn. And 3, it's going to give us a speed boost so we can potentially outspeed Dragapult in the future here as well. Airstream does a lot for us here, so I'm a pretty big fan of going for it in all situations here, I think. Obviously, they're staying in with the Ensign here. So I think if we are able to pick up the KO on the Ensign before it really puts on pressure against Celesteela, Celesteela should hopefully run away with this game. There's the Fake Out, of course. Not really surprised. Steel Spike. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever actually seen that. I know it's Steel Wing or Iron Tail. I think it's Steel Wing. But not something I think I've ever actually seen in practice. And it is Life Orb on the Dragapult as well. So yeah, that's going to put that in Rock's range next turn. So I feel pretty okay bringing out Rotom here and going for a Will-O-Wisp into the Dragapult, try to reduce its damage output. Plus Rotom lines up well against the Ensign that they got here. So we're just going to Rockfall the Ensign. We're going to Will-O-Wisp into the Dragapult. Dragapult probably still outspeeds Celesteela, I would think. I don't know our exact stat on this Celesteela. I know it's not an overly fast Pokemon. Yep, they do still outspeed. There's a Phantasm into Rotom. It's going to hold on. That's the important part there. Going to get that defense drop. No big deal, though. Connect the Willow. Come on, Rotom. I believe in you, buddy. This should KO the Insane, give us a +1 to special attack. Okay. Gonna set up Sand as well. Get a little bit of chip damage on the Dragapult as well with that. More importantly, we're gonna get that special attack boost. And we connect the Will-O-Wisp. We know it's Life Orb, so it's not Lum. So they are going to get chipped away there. Might need to preserve Rotom depending on what they have here in the back. So it might get pulled to bring out Feeny. If they bring out Feeny, it might get pulled out. It actually is Feeny here. I can see them protecting this turn. So I think the play is Airstream the Dragapult and set up a nasty plot here. I think losing Rotom is fine if it does happen, just because Celesteela can clean up against the Feeny if need be, and they're going to protect the Feeny anyway, so this works out pretty okay for us. Phantasm into Rotom should pick up the KO. Yep. Seeing how we are at -1 defense, not really surprised by that. Do need to watch out for Celesteela being at -2 now. But now we're going to be faster than the Dragapult as well, and we're at +1 special attack as well. So that's actually going to be quite a lot of damage dealt here to the Dragapult between Life Orb, Burn, and Sand. And his lefties on the Feeny. Not really surprised to see that. So now we can bring out Mammo. And we can go for an Ice Shard into the Dragapult, pick up the KO. If they protect Dragapult, it goes down to Sand plus Burn. If they switch out, then we get a free hit on whatever they bring in. Celesteela is actually the fastest thing on the field right now, right? Yep. So there might actually be a consideration to Flash Cannon the Dragapult slot just to get another +1 to our special attack. What is it, +2? Feeny protected last turn. I think it's just correct to attack into it. And I'm going to double the Feeny this turn. Dragapult goes down if it stays in. Good damage. It's going to be Steel Wing into Mammo. It's not going to do too terribly much. They get the defense boost, which is kind of whatever. But they're going to go down here end of turn, so. Feeny's really close to going down as well. I have a feeling they probably protect Feeny this next turn. Dragapult does faint from Sand. Feeny should hold on here. And then Lefties is going to put it right back where it was. So Feeny's going to go down to an Ice Shard. Question is, what is their last? And is it Rillaboom? Rillaboom probably be the worst. It's actually Indeedee. Okay. That's kind of okay with me. Unfortunately, that means we can't Ice Shard, but that's kind of okay. Because what we can do is we can Flash Cannon the Feeny slot, and we can Ice. Actually, I think the play I like is Flash Cannon the Indeedee and go for high horsepower into the Feeny. If they want to redirect both of these away, I'm pretty okay with that. They do go for the Protect on the Feeny, so we're going to be able to get a free hit in on the Ndidi here. I debated doubling the Ndidi just to remove it this turn, but this should be fine. We're Assault Vest on Celesteela. Should we take that? Mamo does not, but I'm actually pretty okay with that. And then I really wish we had a spread move on Celesteela and just pick up both KOs this turn. Unfortunately, we aren't able to, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll Flash Cannon the Feeny, because it's the bigger threat, so they should follow me plus attack, I would think. Yep, so we pick up the Ndidi here. We take whatever hit comes out from the Feeny. Now we're at +2. Yep, Celesteela just kind of went crazy this game, got to do its thing. Muddy Water accuracy drops is one way our opponent can come back into this game. Okay. GG. GG, opponent. They're obviously going to try to... Like, they could protect, stall out this game just to get a little bit more recovery, but they're 100% in Flash Cannon range. There's no reason they wouldn't be. Even if they protect, like, 4 times in a row, they still get onto a single Flash Cannon. Alright, opponent, come on. Come on. Take your Flash Cannon, take your lumps. Alright, they failed. And Flash Cannon KOs. Cool. GG. That is 1-0 on today. Quite a few KOs thanks to the Celesteela, and that's all that really mattered. Grimmsnarl, obviously, losing it early is kind of whatever in that fight. Seeing how we can't fake tears the Dragapult anyway, thanks to Clear Body. Rotom actually lined up pretty okay against what our opponent brought, so I'm pretty okay with how that game actually ended. Obviously, picking up the W is really good for us, so we'll just keep going and see what we can get done with this team today. So we got Moltres, Grimmsnarl, Feeny, Kartana, Rotom Heat, and Ensign. I'll tell you what, I really like the idea of Heat Train here. I think Heat Train kind of does a ton against our opponent. So we'll bring Latias as well. Mamo looks pretty good to be able to clean up this end game. And I think I like Celesteela as our last. Like, it just kind of sits in front of everything our opponent has going on. Yeah, let's bring it. Let's do it. Alright, opponent, what do you got? What do you got for me? Let's rock and roll. I feel really confident about this game. Moltres is a mon that's kind of just disappeared under the radar. Same with Kartana. Used to be really popular in the other formats and has definitely kind of fallen out of favor here in Series 9. I could see Grimmsnarl plus Moltres up front, and it is going to be their lead. Okay. Well, I'm going to remove this Grimmsnarl as quickly as possible, I think. And we will go for Flash Cannon into the Grimmsnarl, and we will Surf. Doesn't seem to be a Dynamax from our opponent. I can't imagine that this Heat Train is going to outspeed Moltres. I'm assuming this is going to be Light Screen from the Grimmsnarl this turn. And there it is. Okay. So we should pick up the KO on the Grimmsnarl, even through the screens, I would think. Do we just crit our own Heat Train, or is that just how much it does? This is the nasty plot. This is all fine, because we're faster, we can just Mystical Fire it. Goodbye. And now whatever they bring in, we can Quake. As long as it's not Lando. If they have Lando here, then obviously we're not going to be able to Quake that, but... But Heat Train actually outspeeding... Like, the fact that Latias outspeeds the Moltres is pretty good for us. Means that Mystical Fire is going to be able to lower the special attack before it gets to go too crazy. So we will Quake the Feeny slot. We will go for Mystical Fire into the Moltres. They're going to Dynamax the Moltres, presumably. Yep. That's what was in the Master Ball here at the beginning, so... So they are currently at +2. We are faster than them, so they're going to go to +1 after the Mystical Fire. They're going to protect the Feeny. That's kind of whatever. I don't really care about that. The important part here is I'm going to get my Quake off. They're probably going to go for an Airstream this turn into my Latias, I would think. Nope, just Darkness into it. That's also fine. Unfortunately, we don't hold on, but we got a -1 on the Moltres, so it's only a +1 now. And we're going to get the Quake off into the Feeny, give us another +1 here. So now we're back to neutral on special defense because they Darknessed. Lefty's Feeny, not really surprised by anything going on here. And let's bring out our boy Mammo. They don't have Reflect up, so Mammo should be able to do a ton of damage here, I would think. And we will Quake again into the Feeny. I'm not confident in how much this is going to do. I could just protect Mammo this turn. Could also double into the Moltres. I think Quake is correct. I think Protect Mammo is probably the play. If there's the Airstream, and a Mammo gonna break the Sash. I'm assuming this is gonna be Muddy Water. Nope, just Calm Mind. Okay, I'm pretty fine with that too. So now we're +1 special defense with Heatran. I mean, even through Reflect and Calm Mind, that still did a good chunk. They probably protect Feeny this turn, I would think. So I think the play is to switch Mammo out into Celesteela to take the Airstream coming into that slot, and we will Flash Cannon the Feeny. I just want to preserve Mammo as much as I can because I think it's our best answer against this opposing Moltres. There's another Darkness into Heatran, but we eat that up. We're at +1. Now we're neutral. This should be Muddy Water, I would think. Getting the special defense drop on Celesteela is not great. It's actually Scald. Ow. Ow. Well, we get the special defense drop on the Feeny, so that's cool. And that's their last turn of Dynamax. Celesteela did not take that particularly well. Not as well as I would have liked it to. Probably... Man, I don't feel great about this endgame now, so we'll... I think we just have to... I think because they're faster, they're going to just attack here. I don't see any reason they would click Protect this turn. So just double the Feeny. We should live this. Okay. Scald down the Heatran. Okay. This is going to be enough for Celesteela to pick up the KO. Probably not, seeing how they're at +1 behind screens. Unless we crit here. Nope, nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And then Celesteela goes down to burn. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because they outspeed us. Our Sash is already broke. And it's actually not Light Clay. Well, maybe. Alright, Mamo. Come do your thing, buddy. Come do your thing. I wonder how much this does. Probably not enough. Probably not enough. Nowhere near it. Cool. And we trigger a policy. You know, whatever. There was a 0% chance we were in this game anyway. Seeing how now they're at +4. Yep. Oh well. I think we needed Rotom instead of Celesteela for like this situation. Had we switched into Rotom there instead of Celesteela, I think we were in that game. But it is what it is. It's fine. It is okay. Let's get one more in today, shall we? Let's get one more in. I think Rotom was definitely correct to bring there. And I actually thought I had until I pulled it up the first time in game. I'm like, oh, that's Celesteela, not Rotom. But I also think, if I remember correctly, they had Heatran. They had Rillaboom in Team Preview, so being able to have more answers to it, I think, is fine. But we already had Mamo and Heatran, so I don't think we were really worried about it. Ooh, Gengar. Gengar and Mamo. They got their own Rillaboom, Charizard. This is probably Prankster Thundy. And then they have Moltres as well. I like Grimmsnarl Celesteela here quite a bit. I like Heatran to be able to switch in on the Fire-type attacks that the Charizard's going to be firing off. And I like Rotom, I think. I think leaving Latias at home is probably fine. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Gengar. Really interesting. I don't think it particularly does anything here. Like, it threatens Latias, and, I mean, so does Moltres in that case. I don't see any reason they would bring it, but I don't know. I've seen crazier things. Actually, I mean, this is why I like playing in lower tiers, is because you get to see things that you normally wouldn't. And it's going to be Zard Gengar up front here. Okay. So I'm going to set up a light screen. I could also just trick away the Charizard's potential Life Orb here. I think that's pretty okay. We could also just stay in and fake tears. Actually, I like light screen. And I'm going to Rockfall the Zard. This is probably incorrect to stay in here. Seeing how this is probably going to be Wildfire into my Celesteela, but behind screens, we should be able to take it. With screens and light assault vest, we should be able to take it. This is probably Sunny Day from Gengar if I had to bet. Could also be Icy Wind. That's something that you see a lot of on Gengars. It's also going to break a potential Sash on Gengar if we get to have our Rockfall go off. And we'll easily one-shot the Charizard too. Yep, there's our light screen. Okay. There's a Sludge Bomb into my Grimmsnarl. We should take that. Yep. They do get the poison, which is unfortunate, but it's like, whatever. Oh, they're gonna Quake, actually. Interesting. Well, Grimmsnarl is a professional, so we take that. But I can't imagine that this lives. In what world does a Charizard take a max Rockfall? This one, evidently. Evidently, this world it does. I guess it's also a +1, so, like, not overly surprised by that, but... it actually goes down to... Sand Chip plus Life Orb next turn. I was hoping Grimmsnarl would be able to hold on there, but not quite. So now I can bring in... Rotom. Yeah, we'll bring in Rotom here. And we can target down the Gengar this turn. I will Thunderbolt into the Zard. And we'll Steel Spike the Gengar. Steel Spike should probably be enough to pick up the KO. Yep, there's the Sunny Day. So Charizard is definitely going down this turn. Between Solar Flare, there's the Wildfire. Celesteela should take this. Barely, but we do. We do take it. Zard is down. Question is how much does this Gengar take? It is at +1. It might have been correct to just double the Gengar, actually. Okay, we pick up the KO, but we also a nice crit. That crit might have actually mattered to get through the special defense boost that they had. Beast boost and Wildfire. We should hold on. Just barely, but barely is good enough. That is okay by me. And it's going to be Thundurus and Moltres. You brought 4 flying types against a team that has Rotom. Brave. Very brave. I'm going to target down this Thundurus first. And we will Rock Fall into the Moltres. Oh, it is physical Thundurus. Interesting. I'm very surprised by that, seeing how they have like 0 physical attackers on their team. I don't really see any reason that they would want to have Thundurus there. But okay. And Fiery Wrath. Rotom takes that like a champ. And Heat Train here in the back. Man, I kinda wish this was Mammo, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I can Will-O-Wisp this Thundurus and click Heat Wave this turn. And they're gonna Superpower into my Heat Train. We take that, you proc my Policy. Now we get a Will-O-Wisp off, and we connect it. That's good. Unfortunately, I think we should have burnt this last turn. I don't think this is going to be enough now. We hold on with both. We eat our berry with Rotom. This is a sun-boosted +2 Heat Wave against No! No. That's really unfortunate. Oh, that might have just cost us this game. Stupid flinches. That's unfortunate. Man. I guess we would protect Heatran this turn. That's so unfortunate. Yep, Superpower into Heatran again. We get the Thunderbolt off. I think our only out is double protect with Heatran and hope Rotom can take more of these. Ooh, nope. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That is mighty unfortunate. Man, I think we were in this game until that flinch. I think had they not got that flinch, we were in this game and we could have won. Yep. Man, really close game. So let's see. I think I got super greedy by Dynamaxing Celesteela. I think it was definitely correct to play the way I did, but to probably switch out and Dynamax the Heatran instead. I also didn't expect Quake on the Zard into my Grimmsnarl slot. Like, had I read into that, I could have switched into Rotom, and then, like, Rotom, like, just double out on turn 1 and have Rotom and Heatran come in, because then it doesn't really matter what they target down. Close game, but ultimately fell a little short. So, let's throw up this rental code one more time. Make sure you go pick it up while it's still available. This team was really cool. I'm a big fan of what we had going on with this team. So, that is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a good one. Peace.